Hey everyone, thank you for being with me today. I am your host, Brian. You have joined the Brian T. Murray YouTube channel. Um, I wanted to take this encouragement session to really talk about something different. Um, I want to talk about something that is prominent, yet we don't really talk about it enough. And you know how it goes, you can't really address anything that you really don't talk about. So I want to talk about your heart is still a virgin. Your heart is still a virgin. Intriguing title, right? Your heart is still a virgin. So those who've been following me for the past year or whatever length of time it has been, I really like to deal with issues from all aspects. So the issue that I want to deal with today is our inability to we as in people of color, in particular black people, we have this inability to create marriages and families. We are great at having babies, but we're not producing marriages. And then when we do produce marriages, we're not really producing lasting marriages. People are in long-term relationships acting like they are marriages. They're not marriages. Those of us that have gotten married and simply walk away from it, and a marriage has a 51% chance of surviving. 80% of marriages are filed by the woman. I'm sure you heard me say that a million times. That statistic is from blackdemographics.com. I will post that website address in the description. It's just prominent that our counterparts from other races can go and create marriages and have children and build families and build family businesses and pay off their homes and so forth and so on. I mean pre-pandemic, but just in general, it's like people of color, we're like 5 steps behind every other counterpart. So I really want to talk about love. I really do, is because the number one thing that seems popular is that love is all we need. We grew up listening to songs that teach that sentiment, or watching TV shows and movies that have that underlining thought. But I think we have to address the fact that we all have baggage. That's why those who follow me know I'm a huge advocate for therapy. I'm in therapy myself. I had another session on last night via video, and it's just necessary. We have all been through enough stuff to make us not want to proceed in a certain fashion. Okay? That's problematic. It's because, as Bishop T.D. Jakes said, we are professional defenders of our feelings. We are professional defenders of our feelings. And that's fine. That comes natural. The problem with that is we're so professional, we're so good at it that it keeps us from proceeding forward. Okay? There's no way for a woman to know about a man but from another man. Doesn't matter how many experiences she has had. You have got to learn about a man from another man. For a woman, for a man to learn about a woman, you have got to learn from another woman. Okay. So, as Kevin Samuels puts it, we have to learn to enter relationships in good faith. And what does good faith means? It means with the intention of succeeding at it, with sticking with it and succeeding at it. Not, oh, it's fine until something go wrong. Notice how you don't leave your job when that happens. Yeah, your job send you for a loop, and you want to leave, but it's like, you know, it's kind of hard these days to find another job. You really don't want to go looking for a job during a global pandemic. You know, even though the numbers have dropped significantly. So it's just where we are in life. We are all we have. Ladies, the Lord is not sending you a man from heaven, especially from you. That's not the man that if you end up getting with, the man you will get with is from this planet. He's from this planet. That means he already been through life. He has pains, he has hurts, he has triggers, just like you do. So notice how you hold him to a certain standard that you don't even hold to yourself. You expect him to be understanding towards you and look past your faults and even think that it's cute and be supportive and stroke your ego and all this. But the moment he's transparent and he's real with you, you're looking at him like some kind of defect. That is wrong. That is wrong. I heard a session twice on the Kevin Samuels show. A young lady called in, and she said she was dating this guy. He makes a good decent amount of money, good looking, whatever, blah 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 blah. His only hang up is that he has how can I say it? He has like therapy issues, like he's dealing with depression. He's dealing with a barrage of things. Outside of those things, he is totally fine. So she said it got to a point in their relationship or their friendship where he just opened the door and he was transparent with her and said everything that was wrong. She said when he did that, she up and left him. She up and left him. So she's telling Kevin this story, and he hears this, and he gets triggered. It's because he been through similar issues. Like, it is just uncommon for black people to go to a therapist and take medicine dealing with certain issues and so forth. He was triggered is because he said, so wait, we always want to encourage the man to tell the truth and to show his wounds and all that. So she found a man that he did just that, and then she did what most of us men know that you're going to do. You're going to up and leave. So why tell you the truth if we know it's a 90% chance you're going to up and leave no matter what? If you're going to up and leave, you can up and leave without us dealing with that humiliation, because you're just going to up and leave. So after Kevin tears her a brand new one, he lets her know, it's like, it sounds like you came across a good guy. The problem isn't with him. The problem is with you. It's because you're not prepared to deal with it. See, women always want women always want one to be viewed as a work in progress, but yet they don't allow the same grace to her male counterpart. This is wrong. So, ladies, I think we need to de-Disneyfy ourselves. De-Disneyfy ourselves. Oh, love and romance and all this stuff. He's a human being. He's a human being. See, the reason why the majority of you are still single is because you're unrealistic. You want him to be realistic when it comes to you, but you're not realistic when it comes to him. That's a problem. Because we, as a man, we know when we're being judged. And when we're being judged by you, y'all have this way of making us feel like we're children. Because we were actually transparent with you. This is why we don't bother with you. Black women are statistically the least married of all demographics of people. The least married. The least married. It's like, because those of us that has lived long enough, we know exactly what we're going to get with the modern black woman. We know exactly what we're going to get. It's not enticing. So, I wanted to have this video. Let's talk about love. Let's talk about love. We cannot deal with the concept of having a healthy relationship until we first talk about fears. See, what I have experienced in my own life, as well as witnessed in others, as well as listening to media and so forth and so on, that women want a sure thing, which is ridiculous. No one gets a sure thing. No one. Men are so much better at rejection is because, and like I was really dealing with this, the only cure to rejection is more rejection. It is much like me at work. I'm dealing with a certain form and procedure I have to deal with. It's uncomfortable. I don't like it. Whenever it came up, I would roll my eyes like, oh, this again. You know what was the only cure of that? It wasn't get over it. It's because that's nondescript. It's like, what does that mean? The only answer to me dealing with that specific form and that specific procedure and all the other forms that go along with it is to keep doing it. Is to keep doing it. You want to get over, guys, you want to get over rejection? Keep getting rejected. The vaccine is in the virus. The vaccine is in the virus. The virus is rejection. The answer to rejection is getting more rejected. Where you establish herd immunity, where it doesn't even bother you. A woman turn you down like, yeah, okay, and you just move on. You know, a good perspective. You're still intact. Your emotions are still intact. Your heart is still intact. You know, it may sting a little, but the more you go through it, it's like back in college, I did the whole club scene for a couple of years. I used to be amazed to see guys who would come up and talk to a woman, and she'll be like, no. And like, it just wouldn't faze him. Like, okay. Now, oh man, she turned me down. He would act like it didn't happen. And I always found that to be fascinating, is because at that time I would see that and I'm like, none of that looks comfortable. It doesn't look comfortable is because to a guy like that, the goal of connecting with the woman of his choice far exceeds the rejection of going through the process. See, women, you understand this. When you sought to get your advanced degrees, you didn't get accepted to every institution. No. And even then, it stung. And you look there, there was no guarantee. Trying to put a bid on a house or a piece of property, or you saw the car you like or whatever, blah blah blah. None of that phases you. But when it comes to relationships, you're like, oh no. It's like, I'm not putting myself through that because I'm just too good for that. This is how you age and you die alone. Because you think you are too good to go through what the rest of us go through on a more consistent basis. Have you ever been out a job? Did you only apply to that one job that was awesome? When you need a job, you need a job. You cast a wide range of net to get feelers and even get to a point where you can pitch one job towards another. You can go through all that, but when it comes to relationships, you're like, you will deal with having sex with him. You may even deal with being pregnant by him. But a committed so wait, you're more open to performing oral sex on him than falling in love with him? What's happening? As Kevin Samuel says, the modern woman has destroyed the traditional sexual market value. It's because with the way of social media, women who crave a attention, which is fine. Attention to a woman is like sex to a man. A woman needs attention. She needs attention. Now that doesn't mean attention from everybody, but it means attention by who she wants it from. So it's huge to her. And this day of social media, all these avenues of men you can have access to men's attention. You can have a boyfriend. You can have a fiance. You can even have a husband. And have your inbox with 10 consistent dudes that you keep around just for their attention. When the husband, fiance, boyfriend, the friend messes up, she can have her pick of the litter, so to speak, and voice her frustration, and still have this man who thoroughly wants to have sex with her. You are too good for him, and just say all the things she wants to hear on the hope that he will have sex with her. The woman has destroyed the traditional dating market, because people don't even really date anymore. They have sex, Netflix and chill, which is a dumb concept to me. It's fine if, number one, if you're sexually active and that's working for you, and you're doing it with your committed partner. But it's horrible if it's like an open forum. It's like, that is dangerous. You're having Netflix and chill with somebody you met 9 days ago, if that. Nah, this is crazy. This is crazy. No, this is not right. This is not right. So you would give him access to all these other things, but not your heart. This is where I believe the modern woman needs a healing. In particular, we all need a healing somewhere, but in particular, the modern woman is because she has set up her idols in other ways. Her household pet is now a idol. Her mother is an idol. The concept of her grandfather is a idol. Her job is an idol. Her home is an idol. All these things. It's a abnormal. It's filling a space in her life that a healthy heterosexual relationship should fill. You won't. The idea of you falling in love with a man is just preposterous to you, but you love a dog. A dog is it. Its lifespan is only 7 years. It's only 7 years, if that. Dave Ramsey said getting life insurance for a dog is one of the worst investments you can ever make. But we see on social media of women pushing dogs around in baby carriages. What are we doing? What you don't know is that a certain caliber of men are laughing at you. Because when we see that, we know you can't keep a man. Not get a man or deal with one or have sex with one. You can't keep a man. So I believe it starts with this concept of love and entering a potential relationship with good faith. Is because a woman files for a divorce 80% of the time, which within reason is 80 she has 80% chance of leaving a relationship or a friendship, whatever she wants to call it. She has an 80% chance of ending that. Ladies, the vaccine is in the disease. You don't want to put yourself through hardship and through relationship and hurt and pain. What do you think the rest of us went through? What you have done to so many others, that's why the rest of us are so good at it, because you have left us several times over, way after we were invested. I had a guy years ago said something I have experienced myself. He said a joke that didn't sit well with her, so she left him. She left him in a very unique way because they were in his truck on the highway. She got out of the truck and started to walk home, all because of a joke. So ladies who are hearing this, well, what did he say? That has nothing to do with her justification of getting out of a truck in traffic and walking on the highway. You have just exposed yourself to more trouble than you realize doing that. When he called me and told me what happened, I'm just waiting for him to say this is just a huge joke. He ended it with, I think we might be done, dog. I'm like, it's like I can't even process this. They have gotten married, but let me tell you, she has an 80% chance of leaving him. 80% chance. Now, I don't wish that on anyone, But this is why I do these videos, is because guys don't know these things. Guys, have you noticed you keep going through the same thing with the same people, but they have different faces and different names, but it's the same thing? This is what I'm trying to pinpoint. When you deal with the modern woman, in particular the modern black woman, you know exactly what you're going to get. It's one of 5 things. And it's the same thing. I don't care what city you live in, what state, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. And the modern man, in particular the modern black man, is more well informed than any of our fathers and uncles and grandfathers were. We have watched our fathers and uncles go through things, and we saw that and we're like, oh God, no. But they didn't realize how many choices they had access to. They weren't aware of it. That's why they chose who they chose. With myself and guys, millennials, and especially zennials, no, they're well aware of their options. And they're like, I'm not dealing with that at all. So the women who leave relationships the most are now upset because they're not getting chosen. Ladies, until you make yourself a pleasant experience, you have to be a pleasant experience. I was at dinner last night after my therapy session. I saw this handsome guy on a date with this attractive young woman. She looked really nice. Like, she did her hair, she put on a dress, she was sensual but not overly sexy. It's a difference. Women think we like sexuality. We like sensuality. Like, it's this ongoing thing where we can sit across from you and like, yo, I like the idea of having sex with you. I like the idea. But it's not overly over the top and just in our face. Our parents called it leave something to the imagination. That's what our parents called it. But what it is sensuality. We like sensual women. She was, I mean, I'm sitting right near them, so like they're just laughing and smiling, showing all the teeth and everything, and enjoying their food. They even ordered dessert and all these things. I mean, they're like right there. I'm watching all of the games, and like they're right there. I saw them just like they saw me, because the guy ordered the same dessert I had. He was like, yeah, I want that. I want what he has. In a way, I'm like, I want what you have. Just a pleasurable experience, not stress. I remember I took my ex out. No, actually, my ex treated me to dinner for my belated birthday. I don't know what happened. I don't know if there was a button or she just went off. I mean, we're driving in the car and she was just acting like one of those angry black women that is trying to return something, but yet she don't have a receipt, and like the package, there's no packaging. She just bring the product back. I mean, it's like I was confused. I'm like, what happened? What happened? It's like, this is not about you. This is for my birth. This is not about you. Like, y'all, Y'all, I think you're going about this all wrong. Because you made this about you, and it's not. The way this is supposed to go is this is about us. Not one above the other, so to speak. But this is about us. Now, that's for the average dude. When you begin to date a man that has significant means, listen, it's not happening. You can't talk to him the way you did all your other dudes. Okay? High value men are dating, high value men are marrying. But they're not marrying ladies who is a problem for them. They're not doing it. They're not doing it. You will mess up in front of one of these guys, and in his mind, you're already fired. He's just being polite. It's like he has fired you in his mind 10 minutes in the date. But he goes through the rest of the evening. Why? Because he's a gentleman. So because he hasn't openly complained, which real men don't. Because he has openly complained, you're going home like, man, I really like that. I really could see myself. It's over. It's over. Ladies, you have to get really curious about the men that you like. You have to get really curious about the men you like. You don't have to be curious about every man, but you have to be curious about the men that you like. Okay? I was telling a buddy of mine, there is this waitress at my favorite spot, and I think almost every night she says something sweet to me that really resonates with me. I mean, it's like the more I think about it, it's like, whoa. Like, that's really cool. That's really cool. I like that. It makes me think. It makes me feel. First, it makes me think that, yo, she has set me apart from everybody else by the way she approaches me, the way she talks, the way she acts. It's like everybody else is over here, but I'm over here in a category all by myself. That is special to a man. A man still needs to know that he's desired by you. That's why I don't recommend any dates where there's no sexual attraction. I'm not condoning sex. I'm not doing it. I actually encourage celibacy and virginity. But I think it's a problem when it's people that's trying to get to know each other, and it's like a full-on interview. It's no real intrigueness or attraction. It's like, so in 2015, tell me how. It's like, stop. That's not attractive to a man. That is why I said in my socially awkward video, I don't even do coffee dates anymore. No. Either we're doing a date for real, or we're not doing a date for real. But there's no in between. Well, how do you supposed to get to know? Men are different. Because in a man's mind, a man don't even have to date a woman to know that he wants to marry her. No, he doesn't. He doesn't. Statistically, it only takes a man 6 months from the time of talking to a woman that he decides he wants to marry that same woman. So he doesn't have to go on 15 dates. No, he don't even have to go on one. A man knows. He may not get it right, but a man knows. A man knows. So he knows what he wants to deal with, who he wants to deal with. He knows what he will put up with. So the best path to a man's heart is your heart. It's not food. It's not food. Oh, I can cook for you. That man has been eating every single day of his life. All kinds of things he wants to eat and enjoy. He's been eating without you. Why would you cook for him and to think that that's a path to his heart? No. Your cooking may not even be spot on, but he will say it is just to get to your heart. So we're not talking about that. Ladies, take your walls down. Take your walls down. Those brick layers that you put up from bad experiences and failed relationships. Take them down. Because that's the only way you're going to change your situation. If you still desire to be married and you still desire to have children with the man you marry, you have to take the walls down. He can't take those walls down for you. You have to do it. That's why I say seek therapy. Get in there. If you can, try to get a male therapist if you can. During this pandemic, it's not a lot of therapists that's available like that. They're doing a lot of group therapies, but you need to dig and find a solo therapist working with you on one-on-one. I would recommend get a male therapist because he has a higher level of objectivity and he's going to tell it to you like it is. If you can find a male therapist, if you can only find a woman, hey, as long as you're in therapy, okay? I have a woman therapist, okay? So yeah, you have to get the help. You have to get the help. But ladies, you have to stop this nonsense of you still thinking you're the number one overall draft pick. You were when you were 23. Maybe. But each year you get older, you drop in the draft. You have to know that. Notice you're not getting as much juice as you were right out of college or even during college. That's not happening anymore. You know it, and he knows it. So humble thyself. Ladies, us black men, we really want to fall in love with you, but it cannot be under these terms. Not when your innate feeling is that you're better than us. And you're more willing to give us sex than your heart. The modern man actually has to turn sex down. he can turn sex down. So stop thinking that your sex is worth $100 million, because it's not. It's not. It's you don't even give a man a gift is because you think your presence is enough. Your presence is not enough. Why? Because he's turning down sex in other areas. So you got to knock off this delusion. You're not the hot number you once were. You're really not. There's an 80% chance that you are obese. Okay, so let's stop acting like you still running track, because you're not. You're still running marathons. You're not. No, stop it. Stop it. I saw a picture of because someone mentioned her recently. I saw a picture of Anna Kournikova, the Russian tennis player, and I'm like, she still looks like who she was 15 years ago. The majority, 90% of women, do not. And no one knows this better than men. So, there's a ranking system in life. You ignoring the ranking system, you think because if you ignore it, it won't be real. It's very real. It's very real. It's very real. Chances are his ex is better looking than you, and his next girl is better looking than you. Okay, but seize the opportunity. Seize the opportunity, ladies, please. Get to our heart with your heart. Say something nice to him. Say something nice to him. Yeah. Your shirt look nice. Say something nice to him. See, you want him to say something nice to you. You don't think you have to do that to him? Ladies, you can get a man, but notice you can't keep a man. Because you think you're so much better than him. That's why you can't keep him. No. You think he has to constantly qualify for you, but you don't think you have to do anything to qualify for him. This is why you're going to die alone, because you're delusional. You're delusional. Please. Please. Ladies, please. It's not how it used to be. Men are very up on what their options are. And when I say options, I'm talking about younger options. 30-year-old men are not marrying 30-year-old women. 40-year-old men are not marrying 40-year-old women. 50-year-old men are not marrying 50-year-old women. You have to know that. And you thinking that that's wrong has nothing to do with reality. Because it's not. Because it's only our culture that think that something is wrong with that. In South America, parents actually encourage their daughters to marry older men. Why? Because they already have means. When you're 21 and you marry your husband who's 24, he's starting out just like you. You don't have nothing. He don't have nothing. Ladies, tell him. Don't wait 10 weeks. Tell him in 10 days. You're special to me. Hold his hand. Hold his hand. Hold his hand. Hold his hand. Ask him, do you need anything? Do you need anything? Buy him a gift. I don't mean a trinket. I mean a gift. That it was an actual sacrifice on your part. Buy him a gift where after you purchase it, you're mad at yourself. That's how you know you are growing. You just giving him sex, that's nothing special. That's nothing special. It may be special to you, but it's no. Why? Because sex is plentiful. It's everywhere. It's everywhere. The modern man actually has to turn it down. He has to turn it down. Ladies, we can change our outcomes, but we can only do it by changing first our mindset. We got to change our mindset. We got to change our mindset. It's the only way. It's the only way. All right, I'll leave the video here. I can say so much more, but let's leave it here and let it process say a little bit. So, all right, y'all. God bless y'all. Y'all, we have. God isn't going to solve this problem for us. We got to solve it. He will help us, but we got to solve it. Amen. All right. God bless. Bye.